Alright guys, we are finally back here with our next matchup. Right now we are watching the winners bracket game of NXZ versus Fenner. We've seen both these guys earlier on today, but not up against each other. So, as I said, we're going to have our gold, I suppose, Zerg Fenner down in the bottom right. We have had a pause going out, perhaps just going to... I can hear casting. Do you want to bring it down? Hang on, I'll just talk now. We'll see if you guys can hear.
Can you hear?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the only observers can see that.
Well, that's unfortunate. Might just, yeah, speakers are off. Just go. We should be good. Obviously, we don't want the guys hearing the casting. And we should be good to go. We've turned it way down. We've just had to move some of the players around so we get the game going. So one of them is a little bit closer to where the speakers were, but back into it. That was very good of me. He didn't want to hear all that. So nice work there from NXZ. So we'll be getting into it here. Obviously, these guys have played each other a lot before. They know each other pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they haven't played each other today, so this should be interesting.
They have not. This is the first time they've come across. It's good that it's gotten to this point, actually, that we've seen them. You know, it's a good thing they didn't verse each other in like the first game and knock one down to the losers bracket. So ZVC, not as exciting as PvP in my opinion, but maybe I'm just a little bit biased. Overlord's going to pass in the middle of the map here, just saying hello to each other on the way through. We haven't seen any pool go down as of yet. Both of them have a look at our production, just pumping out more and more of those drones, and we'll see who's going to drop down the first pool. What do you think will go first? So first pool of the day, going to go to NXZ up here. Fenner hasn't put his pool down yet. Not sure if he's got a delayed pool. Or
he's putting down a hatch first.
Hatch first in that bottom right hand corner. So hatch first, pool first. Which one do you think is a better idea in this matchup?
Because it's such a long spawning position, because it's forced cross now on Antigua. I think that the hatch first will be the better build order, especially on this map.
Alright, I guess we will find out. Fenner's going to go ahead and grab a gas. You'll see that even though he's built spinning pool, he's gone through and obviously grabbed his natural as well. Talking about NXZ up in the top left-hand corner. And we'll see what these guys are going to do. Spawning pool now going down for Fenner as well. So
yeah, I think it was just a safe option from NXZ, because he has a bad knack of getting 10 pulled in previous tournaments I've seen him play in. So I think he's just making sure he didn't get cheesed out in the first game.
Which would be disappointing.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
You'd be upset a little bit. Yeah. So we'll see what these guys can do. Just at the moment, obviously going to go out. Nothing too ridiculous. No cheese or anything like that. So we might be seeing ourselves with a bit of an interesting ZVZ macro game. I guess we will find out. That hatch is going to go ahead and finish for Fenner down the bottom right, and NXZ not that far behind, obviously going for that pool first. So see what they got in production. We have metabolic boost, increase the movement speed of Zerg. So Ling speed going to go down for Fenner, which is always handy. Ling versus Ling, you kind of want that speed. It makes a fair bit of difference.
Oh, they got the similar Ling timings now, speed timing, sorry, now, so that should be not a big deal.
And after all of that, we're looking at two players with pretty much identical builds now that we've gotten to this point in the match. So
Maybe just a bit of an economic lead to Fenner because he's put down the hatchery first before the pool. Oh, and he's going for the Evo chamber now, which, yeah, so he's going to go for early upgrades, so that indicates that he's going for a macro game.
Alright, drone's going to head on out here, and we'll see Baneling Nest. So now things are just starting to change up a little bit. So NXZ going to chuck down that Baneling Nest, and we'll see what his plan is. We've got, in terms of gas, he's only got 1 gas though. Obviously Baneling's very gas heavy, but he obviously knows what he's doing. I guess we'll see what his plan is here. Fenner on just the 1 gas as well. Going to pick up a second down at his natural here.
Yeah, Fenner's definitely looking to tech up quickly, get an early carapace, as you can see, as well as whatever other layer. There it goes. So, oh no, that was NXZ. Well, yeah, he'll probably put down that layer soon as well. But NXZ, that Baneling Nest is completely defensive, as he isn't actually. He's still droning really hard. He's not putting out many lings, so he's just got 2 Banelings on the ramp to make sure no ling run bys do crazy damage.
And Baneling's obviously being pretty effective against Zerglings. So a couple of gas going to go down for NXZ here in his natural. We're just chasing away that Overlord of NXZ. Going to just block him.
That's a big supply block. He hasn't even produced another Overlord to replace that. Oh, there it goes. There's 2 coming on the way, but that'll stop some production for a while.
Obviously not ideal. He's sending these Overlords all around the place, as you do, for a bit of scouting.
Quite a few Zerglings coming out of Fenner. 22 on the way. He's got the carapace. Oh, he's got the carapace, and has he got a Baneling Nest down? Yes, he does have a Baneling Nest down, so he's going to be going for like a big Baneling Ling bust with the upgrade advantage. That's going to help a lot.
He does. He's going to head in here. He's got the upgrades. Going to more Banelings in not necessarily a very good spot, I would feel. One Baneling hit here. If these Banelings come through, they're going to. It's going to be a massacre on both sides. Banelings versus Banelings and Zerglings. We'll see who's going to come out. It's just not wanting to waste those Banelings at this stage.
That Spine Crawler is going to do so much work for NXZ. Oh, that was better for NXZ. Ooh. Getting a lot of drones down to red health, so if another Baneling can come in there and clean those up.
There are a lot of Banelings here. Sorry, a lot of drones, as you said, on just 1 bar of health. And that Spine Crawler taking a lot of damage. He actually managed to soak up quite a bit of Baneling damage, which was quite useful for NXZ.
Although this is fairly... Oh, that's not good for NXZ.
That's not a very good trade at all.
That could have been game-ending now, because this is fairly all-in for Fenner, and now
he's going to get rid of all these drones in the natural. They're going to go down.
Such a big drone lead that's now being taken away completely. So even though that was quite all in, now he's gotten ahead because he's done crazy economic damage.
And there's huge amount of links coming across the map here.
Might just end the game now.
From Fenner. This could absolutely be it. Only a few drones down here in his natural.
No Banelings.
And going to try and take out this Spine Crawler, which he successfully does. So
morphing some Banelings here as well. There we go. 2 Banelings on the way.
Finish with the advantage. He may be able to finish this one up here. Though we do a Mutalisk. That's nice timing for a Mutalisk. Not much that Zerglings and Banelings can do against that. So
yeah, but they dish out such slow DPS towards fast lings, so it might just be too little too late.
More and more across the map, as you said, just throwing all his economy into this link Baneling pressure.
He will have a follow-up though, as you can see, because he's got he's taking his third, because he's got such a big drone lead now from that massive Baneling hit in the natural expansion.
He's 10 drones ahead, 34 or 40. No, there we go, 34 to 3. Plus he has 44 Zerglings as well, which is running around as a pack around the field. So he's still not going to be able to defend this natural for a while. It's going to be a little while before this gets back to mining. Baneling's going to get a nice hit off there onto some of those.
Great queen blocking from NXZ on the ramp.
Yeah, well, that's going to make a difference to keep them down there in the natural. One queen will go down, but more links across the map. Have a look down here. Mutalisk actually.
He's got 3 queens though, and they have enough energy to transfuse each other. With spores at his natural, it's going to be, I think it's a bit of a tough situation for NXZ. He's not attacking or transfusing. think that might have been a bit of a mistake from Fenner. He's running away, so he didn't do any damage for pretty much three free queens. Sorry, 3 free queens.
say that a few times in a row. If only if NXZ had just come across and seen this third, it would have not been very good for Fenner. But he's going to bring them back and secure his main and push out here and try and clean out some of these links that have spread their way across the map here.
Yeah, look at the drone count for NXZ. I think it might be, if this doesn't do anything, it's going to be GG, because that is a really nasty drone count. It's 23 drones ahead for Fenner.
That is a huge drone advantage, as you say, for Fenner right now. So it's really, unless these Mutalisks can do something ridiculous, which we can't see them doing, not against a couple of queens and a spore crawler, that's going to be GG.
Oh, well played, Fenner. That was well done.
Fenner's going to take out the first game of this ZVZ best of 3 matchup in our winners bracket, and I'll be back with Jacob. Yeah, I'm getting good at names. In just a minute, guys, with our next game. Alrighty, guys, we are back here for our second game of our best of 3 series in our ZVZ matchup with Frey Fenner as our gold Zerg, gold orange.
Whatever, doesn't really
I'm just going to go with it. Down in our bottom left, and we have NXZ up in our top right. Now, that last game was won by Fenner, who just managed, it really came down to those banelings. NXZ almost threw away a couple of banelings when he didn't intend to, and
threw away about 7 banelings or something at 2 of Fenner's, which was a bit terrible.
Yeah. I don't think it was intentional, but it certainly it was not ideal, and it did put him behind him from there. It spiraled out. Obviously, in these very even ZVZ matches with 2 players who with similar skill, you got to be very, very careful with those Ling and Baneling encounters. So we'll see what these guys are going to do here. NXZ did go for the pull first last time. We'll see whether he's going to try that again or whether he's going to go for a hatch first. I guess we will soon be finding out as we head up to about 15 supply here. And neither player has built any buildings, just droning up as we go. There we go, one will go out, and he will grab a pull at about 15 supply. We'll have a look. Fenner's going to go down, he's going to grab his natural, so he's going to go hatch first. So this is exactly the same as we saw last game. Exactly the same,
yeah. I think NXZ is just being really careful because he's been out metagamed with a 10 pull, as I said earlier, many times, which is
and it would be tempting in match 2 when you're 1 up to go and throw it. Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely, but Fenner's thinking, well, I won last game playing this way. Let's get this a burl again. So he's going to go and grab his gas down here at 15 supply. What are you going to grab a gas for? What's the plan?
This is so if you put your gas down before you pull, because the gas builds so much quicker. If you put 3 drones straight on that, you can pretty much get speed as soon as your spawning pull finishes. Which he did do it a bit late, but he'll have around 70 gas when the spawning pull finishes. So you can just get that speed as soon as possible.
Whilst NXZ up here in our right, he's not going for gas at the moment at all, and he didn't go for speed until a little bit later last game either, if I recall. So we'll see what their plan is here. This spawning pool even for Fenner is just about to finish. So you see 60, there you go, 70 gas just about to pop up just in time, and we'll see if he's going to go through and grab that. Oh, we're up to 100 even. So
yeah. So the interesting thing will be here if he takes the guys off gas, the drones off gas. Oh, yep, there we go. So get exactly 100 and take them all off. If he kept them on, or he might have put them back on actually, if you go back. Yeah, he has put them back on. So that means he's probably wanting to either do what he did last game, some early tech, or put down a baneling nest with some early aggression.
Alright, so a couple of early lings for both out here. Just going to fight out here.
Surround.
Yeah, NXZ will get the benefit there. He does manage to grab one. Almost 2 lings before that second ling does run away. Queen going to pop out here, and that's going to...
a drone.
Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate, a little bit silly. So Almost picking up that second Ling as well. Yeah, NXZ did actually very well. You would think, oh, just 2 Lings in my natural. I've got a Queen coming out. I'm pretty much set, but
Roach 1 going down for NXZ. I like this. He chucked down the 2 gases. This probably, I reckon. Oh, is that a Baneling nest? No. That's the Roach 1. I reckon there's going to be some early Roach Ling pressure with those double gases being put down at the same time. With a good economy after it, because he's put the he didn't want the early speed, so he's probably going to get speed first and then, or even just slowing Roach. Oh, but as we can see, we see so many Lings coming. This is the Jerry build, well known as the Jerry build. He's just going to pump Lings and hide them, and then normally as soon as speed pops, but he's going to wait for a bit. He's just going to swarm NXZ. I reckon this could end the game, because Roaches aren't the greatest against Zerglings, Speedlings. So it depends. I'm not sure what's going to happen here.
We'll see how many. Let's have a look at our production tab again. You'll see another 8 Lings coming out here for Fenner. 6 Roaches going to come out for NXZ at the moment. We'll see lots and lots of Lings streaming across the field. Fenner's a good 10 supply behind here. But nice work with blocking the ramp as before. And Ling's going to get surrounded on that Queen, who's just being left out of the battle, and those Lings are going to head away, and that did not work out so well for Fenner. Those Lings just being pushed away, and NXZ being able to successfully defend that. So obviously, if you do want to push out with the Roaches up against all those Lings, it's going to be very difficult without a little bit of support. So in again comes Fenner. He's going to have to poke and run away. So his Lings are going to leave there. We have a look. Fenner just at the moment, he's stopped building Lings. Looks like he's just droning up. Whilst NXZ, he's grabbing a couple more gas. Looks like he's grabbing his evolution and upgrading to lair tech as well on his hatchery. So things starting to work out for NXZ on this game, going a little bit better than last game. Obviously the difference here that he did not actually go for those banelings, so he instead decided to go for Roaches. So managing to fend off that fight with relative ease, but at the moment just can't push out. Probably don't want to get those Roaches caught out in the middle of the battlefield and surrounded by Lings. Probably not the best idea.
Loving this early lair from NXZ, because this gives him the freedom. Probably he's going to chuck down a Spire, because that tends to be what players are loving in ZVZ and HotS at the moment. But this could be an infestation pit as well. He's also got the upgrades, early upgrades, and the early, more important tech being Roaches for the later game.
So as you said, that lair going to come out straight away as soon as it was finished. You can go in and continue the upgrade. So what were you saying, that the lair will allow him to do what?
Put down a Spire or maybe an infestation pit. In HotS, like from what I've heard, I haven't actually really played much HotS yet. Haven't had time to, but Spire's the more preferred choice. Oh, denial of the third. This is going to be big. He's putting down his own third, which is yes.
He's going to have to cancel this.
Yeah, well played, well played, well played. Minimal casualties, and he's going to have a faster third now. So, oh goodness gracious, 6 spine crawlers at the natural of Fenner. So he's, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe he might be, because spine crawlers tend to indicate Spire. There we go, thought so. So that's static defense. You need static defense when you go Ling Muta, because you've got such a mobile army. You don't want to engage them directly, but instead just base race or stay around. So the static defense really helps hold off if you get into a base race, or if they're just attacking you.
Which we're actually going to see right now as these Lings from Fenner are going to surround the third for NXZ again, and it will deny it, not even be cancelled.
This is what I was talking about with the Roaches.
Roaches pushing in.
Imagine if those spines weren't, even though the spines aren't doing much, if they weren't there, that would over so much quickly.
It would.
But there's just so many Roaches. The Lings are coming back, but he's losing so many drones.
The Lings are about 20 seconds too late.
Look at the supply. I think this is over.
Yeah. If those Lings had come through and caught the Roaches with the drones on one side, it would have been a different story.
He's going to snipe the Spire now. That's GG.
And that is GG. So that was another great game. That's going to put us out to 1 apiece here. And this ZVZ matchup is looking really, really good. Two games are interesting, similar starts in both games, but both games ending up with different results and different different pathways. Yeah, well. Exactly, in the end. So we'll be back in just a minute. We'll be casting the third game of this ZVZ Best of 3 series to see who progresses through our winners bracket at GGF LAN. Alright guys, we are back for the final game of this best of 3 series between Fenner and AB NXZ. I am joined again by Jacob.
Yeah, he gets the name
I am too pro at names. You're not even wearing a name tag, man.
Oh, terrible form.
I took mine off as well. So we've seen 2 really exciting games so far between these 2 Zerg players, and as we said before, this final game is going to decide who progresses into the winners bracket, who continues along, and who has to drop down to the losers bracket. And we'll be playing probably against a Protoss player very, very shortly, I would suspect, from how the rest of the bracket has gone. So we are starting to head towards the business end of the day, and things are starting to get a little bit exciting.
Ooh, look at this. There's the 10 pull. Thought so. I was waiting for one of the players to put down a 10 pull in this series, so it looks like NXZ is going to be the one to take the risk. So he really needs to do some early damage, preferably like Fenner looks like he's going hatch first, so preferably hatchery denial here.
So you've said that NXZ has been concerned about a 10 pull, and instead he goes and does it himself.
Yeah. Well, that's, if you can't beat it, join it.
So Extractor will go down. It is now finished. This Overlord still a little bit away. It's not going to see what is going on until, you know.
So greedy from Fenner. 16 hatchery, I think that was. So he's trying to squeeze out as much as he can, but he doesn't know that 6 lings are running across the map towards him.
Maybe he just liked the shark.
He was scared of it, so he was trying to delay the
He was trying to delay. Didn't want the shark to spot the hatchery going down.
Wow, a 10 pull Baneling. This is one of my favorite builds. So he's going to be Banelings with slow lings. So he's going to... This is very all in.
So here we go. Lings running underneath this Overlord right now. So Fenner's going to be very much aware of what is about to happen. He's not going to do anything to... You would see those links come out, and you would obviously know that the pool has gone down so very early.
He knows it's a 10 pull, but he doesn't know it's a 10 pull Baneling, which is... If he saw the Baneling nest, he would know all in, like, not much you can really do, but he'd know it was all in. But because he's seen the temple, he knows it's fairly, like...
He didn't check, he didn't see it.
He's seen the gas, he knows it's a temple Baneling now.
He'll know?
But the Banelings are morphing when he finds out, and his spawning pool's just finishing. So this is gonna test his micro like ridiculously, because he's got the terrible end of the build order. Oh,
he does. So there's lings, there's Banelings, and these drones are in trouble.
This is GG, I think.
That's going to grab so many drones,
and he's got no lings out. He's just first lings are popping now. And lings are still coming across and he needs to grab those lings from the natural. He needs to grab the lings and bring them over to help out kill the drones, but I think it's too little too late for Fenner.
Well, there's only 2 lings up here for Fenner, and that should be the end of the story. That's a little bit disappointing for him. He did actually have a couple of lings going to come out from down in his natural, but
the lings are still coming across the map for NXZ.
They are still coming across, and here, if we have a look at our units, we'll see drones on one side. We have 9 up against 4, so almost double though.
Well, he's got Banelings morphing in still, because he's still got the guys in gas, so he just needs to delay the attack till the Banelings are done, and then that'll be, yep, there we go. So this is where the micro is gonna. Wow. Great micro. He's only lost pretty much 3 links for 2 Banelings.
As Queen's going to come out here as well, and that Queen's going to be targeting down
there we go. The
Queen, surrounded on the Queen, that should be GG.
GG.
And that will be it. A very, very quick third game.
That was just simply a build order win for NXZ, but a win nonetheless, so well done.
A win nonetheless. So NXZ will be progressing through in our winners bracket. Fenner's going to head on down to the bottom bracket, but we'll be seeing him, I assume, very, very shortly. As we said, probably against a Protoss player. So we'll be back.